Thank you everyone for taking the time to join us at our live event introducing Push Operations' newest product, BI Insights. We are so excited to have so many attendees today who are just really committed to elevating efficiency at their restaurants. Just to introduce myself, my name is Owen. I'm from the marketing team here at Push. And joining us today is Danny Lum, CTO of Push Operations, who will be sharing with us some of the really exciting features I think that we can use through BI Insights. I'd also like to introduce Jordan Potter from our product team, who will be giving us a closer look at some of the latest updates to Push's tools for restaurant managers and owners. Over the next little bit, we'll be going over our newest product, BI Insights, followed by our newest features and updates like leave balance transfers for employees, scheduling templates for faster scheduling, bulk deactivation for seasonal staff offboarding, and approving time off requests from your phone. And as always, we host a Q&A session at the end. So if you have any questions, don't feel like you need to keep it till the end. If anything pops up as we go along, feel free to drop them in the Q&A box at the bottom or in the chat, and then we'll get to them at the end. And without further ado, I'll pass it over to Danny to go over the newest features with Push's BI Insights.
Thank you, Owen, for that introduction, and good morning, everybody. I'd like to just say thank you for everyone for being here today, and I know everyone's busy and investing into your business. And as we started with the BI Insights, we know restaurant operators today using Push have been sitting on a gold mine. Every shift scheduled, every payroll process, every hire made, and every hour worked. It's all recorded inside our system. It's all flowing through our platform. So we really thought about connecting the dots, and that's been really the golden opportunity. Traditionally, that required you to become a data scientist. But today, I am pleased to announce we're unlocking all that insight through our BI Insights. So we're taking all that data and now transforming it into a clear decision so that you can make better hiring, sales, scheduling decisions. But without further ado, I would like to present a short clip that we recorded to really illustrate all the power and capabilities for our BI Insights offering.
If you're still building reports in Excel and guessing what's happening across your restaurant locations, it's time to push forward. Meet BI Insights, a fully customizable business intelligence tool that transforms how you view and act on your data. No more disconnected tools, messy exports, or spreadsheet nightmares. With real-time insights pulled straight from your operations, BI Insights give super admins the power to make smarter, faster decisions. Build your own dashboards and reports to get insights on whatever you want to see. Or start with pre-built templates curated by industry experts. Either way, you're in control. Let's say you're the GM at a multi-location restaurant group, and you need to check yesterday's sales per labor percentage. You click the plus icon, drop in a graph, and select your labor and sales data. You filter for yesterday. Let's just look at the afternoon shift. Uh-oh, you spot an overtime spike at one store. So, you color code it red, drag in another chart to compare against forecasted sales. And just like that, you've saved a couple $100. Now save that view, make it your dashboard default, and see it every time you open up BI Insights. And the best part? You didn't have to manually email the owners. That report's already scheduled to hit their inboxes every morning at 7 a.m. Want to be notified when sales drops below a threshold? Export any widget or the entire dashboard in whatever format fits your workflow. Perfect for quick updates, weekly huddles, or that one manager who only reads PDFs for some reason. And you'll never have to manually send a report again. BI Insights lets you schedule reports to go out automatically, daily, weekly, or monthly, straight to your team's inboxes. And yes, you can control who sees what, just like admin levels in Push. BI Insights is simple, scalable, and dangerously powerful for your restaurant. So book a demo, build a dashboard, and give your data something better to do.
All right, after we've watched a little bit of the video, hope you guys are all excited. In the next little bit, I'm gonna walk you through some of the pre-built dashboards that we've consulted with industry experts to help everyone get started with our BI Insights. So first up, let's take a look at ATS. So we're excited to share one of the most important and newest features of BI Insights, which is ATS. This is something we currently don't have in our platform to report on. So I'm very excited that we're able to now share this, unlocking this insight for you. As you can see from our ATS side of things, you're able to have um, a visualization on sort of where are all your hires coming from. So certain channels, data sources where you're getting lots of applicants. Separately, you can see all the different candidates and where they are in the process. Clicking on it can definitely help you drill down into more data. So right now I've clicked on seeing all the offers sent. From there, I can see where am I spending and where I should spend more of where I'm getting candidates for the offer sent. So you can see it's about 11% on across for walk-ins. As well, we've created a visualization to see where all your applicants per month, see where the busy seasons are. And as well, showcasing where all your different hires are coming from successfully. Second type of report we have is employee information. We know running multiple restaurant locations can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be for getting some of the most important information for your employees. So with the employee information report, we've created it so that you can have access to an entire organization, seeing what role they are in, what are they salary, hourly, and diving deeper into maybe specific stores. If I want to look into one of the locations like Alicia's Diner, apply a filter on the dashboard with the click of a button. And separately, if I want to really find out just my active employees, there's a filter for that as well. So we can go on the top left and click on just the active employees if I want to see it. You can see how simple it is to use. Everything is very performant to speedy to show up right away. Scrolling down, we can see that all the different employees now at Alicia's Diner, where they're hourly salaried. As well, coming down to the bottom, we have all the contact information. In case you need to reach out to a team member, it's all at your fingertips. Within the BI data insights, we're also able to see all the sort of emergency contacts in case you need to find that information. So no more going through different parts of your locations to seeing all your contact people. As well, resetting the filters is simple and it brings the entire dashboard back into its original state. Work permits is, of course, an important thing in this industry. So keep staying on top of the statuses, the maximum hours you're allowed to work is very, very important. And we have that all in one place across all your locations. So no more digging into separate reports inside Push. The enterprise dashboard is one of my favorite. Imagine you're a restaurant owner of 3 locations, or in this example, 20. You need to stay on top of the most important KPIs for your business, right? So seeing here, we have information about sales forecasting, actuals, the labor schedule versus the actuals. It's a really bird's eye view of all of your stores. Now, if I want to stay on top and monitor my scheduled labor, I can set up an alert. That's really the game changer. It allows us to be able to trigger on certain actions and conditions and send it to the right people at the right time, right? So here I'm going to create an alert here for scheduled labor alert. And there's different sort of criteria and conditions we can filter on. As well, we can trigger it to send it one time or send it every single time when this happens. And most importantly, who should get it? And that's a recipient list. Maybe you're particularly looking into a certain store and you want to send it just to general managers, right? Honing in as well, we can also look into setting up alerts for any other visualizations. So this one, I'm looking into all the sales data. Again, we can set up a separate metric from there and filter actually on a particular company. Maybe I'm more concerned with one of the locations and how it's performing. So I can filter for that. And again, these alerts can be set up with a certain threshold and triggered on demand or on every time. Now, for this particular example, I'm going to set up some recipients. Maybe it's all my general managers or regional managers that need to know about this. So again, illustrating the power of this BI Insights where you can set up alerts across all of your data points now. And once I'm happy with this, I can just create this alert. And the alerts all show up here so that you can monitor and edit. And it really gives us the capability to be able to either delete it if it's no longer relevant or even pause it temporarily, right? All right, moving along. Operations Weekly. You want to see how your restaurant is doing on a weekly basis? This is a pre-built template for you. We also have a yearly one for the operations to see the last 12 months performance, if that's what you're concerned with. Again, you can see hovering over shows you the underlying data. And if I want to drill down to a particular store, certainly can. And we can see the SPOH for this store was a lot higher compared to previous week. Separately, overtime, of course, is a very important aspect of trying to control costs. So we have that covered as well. Last but not least, how did your labor budgeted on the scheduler versus what's actual, right? And for those who like the tabular view, we got that covered as well. As you scroll down, all your sales, actuals, forecasted, all there in one place. And as with the other dashboards we have shown you previously, resetting it, click of a button, resumes everything at the organization level now. So you can compare, slice and dice, and see how different cohorts and different stores are operating on all these KPIs that you care about. And we all know payroll can be a tedious task, especially with managing multiple locations. So BI Insights really unlocks this financial data for you so you can make the best decisions for your business. So in here, you can see we've created some filters so you can look at particular stores, or if you want to cohort them by geographies, like certain provinces and states, as well as looking into a particular city, right? For this, what you're seeing here is the last month, all the payroll costs for all the pay dates, right? And we're able to compare across stores. Scrolling down, we can see all the different overtime paid out, right? As you can see, for my particular organization, Zed Cafe seems to be racking up the most overtime. So I probably have to pay a little bit more attention and maybe set up alerts across for that particular store. And last but not least, upcoming key dates is highly requested by a lot of customers. At Push, we have a saying, it's first who, then what. It's all about the people in the team. So keeping track of their key milestones so you can celebrate for their upcoming birthdays, maybe using this information so you can schedule around that special day, as well as any upcoming anniversaries in case you need a quick bird's eye view of who to action on sort of benefits enrollment or upcoming performance review conversations. We got you covered. So we covered all these fantastic pre-built dashboards from our industry experts. And now comes a really, really exciting part for me. How do you build your own custom dashboards tailored to your specific needs and all your data preferences? So let's take a look, guys. So creating customized visualizations with BI Insights is really, really easy. Just click of a button for the plus sign, and now we're able to create a new dashboard and name it. Adding visualizations is as simple as drag and drop. So you can see on the left side, we have an array of different data sets what we have unlocked from within the Push product, including employee information to sales, to labor, to hiring. For this demo, I'm going to show you labor hours. I'm going to put in labor gross costs. First, it defaults to tabular view, but I'm more of a visual guy. So let's click on the bar chart. Now, say I want to group it by certain provinces and cities, we can do that too. And of course, once I'm satisfied, click the Save button and name this visualization so I can use it for another dashboard down the road. Again, the dashboard won't be complete without actually some cosmetics, so we can drag and drop, make it larger so it's easier to see. And again, I want to add some filters so I can filter by the certain province, right? So filter is just as easy as drag and drop. Pick the parameter you want to filter on. We got you covered there. Now, say I want to add another visualization. I want to see how our sales are doing compared to my labor. Drag another visualization, put my sales actual. Let's also put our forecasted sales so we can compare it easily. Again, lots of different ways to visualize this data, from a pie chart to a number, to a bar graph, to a column chart. But I think I like the pie chart a little bit better. So again, helping you visualize your data so you can make actionable decisions is our key. And removing an actual metric is just as simple as dragging it to delete it. And again, once I'm satisfied, I can save it. So you can see hopefully how easy it was for me to create this dashboard and save it and allow me to actually drive some decisions across my organization. And if I want to dive into last month, easy as that, clicking on the filter. All right, let's jump into automated exports. This has been one of the most highly requested features we've had and we made available today. Previously, managers would have to sign into Push, manually export yesterday's redundant restaurant information, send it to the owners. We got you covered now. You don't have to do that anymore. You can create an automated export for this entire dashboard. It will come in a PDF format. You can name it. So we're going to create it for a certain date range if you want it. So always send it for the last period, last week, as well as you can set up when this will start and of course the frequency. Either send it on an hourly basis, daily, certain day of the week. Totally customizable and solely flexible. Now it does come in an email, so we're going to select some recipients, maybe all my general managers, maybe just the owners who need to know about it, and a subject line if you want to customize it further, and of course putting a message body. As you see, once I've created this, it shows up in the schedule export section, so you know what is being sent out on what frequency. Now that's the entire dashboard, but if I want to dive in and just export a particular visualization, because I feel that's the key, I can go into that as well. Schedule export on just that visualization on the bottom of all the sales. In this format, we can send it as the raw CSV or an Excel spreadsheet. Same as before, different frequencies I want to send it. So for this one, I'm going to set up so that we can send it to a couple of my key general managers, such as you know on this list. And let's call it a weekly. We're going to send this as a weekly report. So weekly every Sunday. Now it's created. And managing is just as simple. If this is no longer relevant, press the trash bin, delete it. Simple as that. All right. So this is all the BI insights where complex data becomes simple answers. Our pre-built dashboards from industry experts gets you up and running on day one. Multi-location views show you the complete story, and automated exports keep your team informed without all the manual work you previously had to do. Your data delivered exactly how you need it when you need it. And lastly, I want to highlight that this would be an additional product add-on. Pricing depends on your specific needs. Our product specialists are more than excited and more than happy to discuss your requirements on a demonstration and provide more accurate pricing. So that's a wrap for BI Insights. I hope you're excited just as much as we are while we were working on developing this amazing product offering. And I'd like to turn over the mic to my colleagues, Senior Product Manager Jordan Potter, to share with you some of the other exciting product updates we have cooked up for the last little bit.
Thanks, Danny. And yeah, hello, everybody. I'm going to be going through a quick lightning round of some recent releases that are all laser focused on saving you and your team's time. So the first one I want to touch on is schedule templates. Similar to the BI tool itself, this has long been one of our most requested features at Push. So very excited to speak to this one. What we've added is the ability for you to save any of your existing schedules as a reusable template. So if you wanted to say schedule for an upcoming holiday, like this past Labor Day weekend, for instance, rather than the old state of play where you need to go to the weekly schedule and scroll back months and months to find your old schedule and then copy and paste it to the current date, you can save any schedule to be reused later. So whether that's for a specific holiday weekend or for NFL Sundays or even for specific sales forecast targets, you're able to save those and instantly reuse those as templates. These templates are also additive. So if you have multiple people, say, creating schedules, when you add a template to an upcoming week, it doesn't delete any work you've already done. They play nicely together. And also, we give you the ability to save the template either as an exact duplicate, so with all the shifts assigned to the same staff, or you can save them all as house shifts. So you have the ability to then redistribute those shifts if you're on a cycle, or if you want to use our auto assigner, you have the ability to do that as well. And we've seen already customers who've adopted the schedule templates have made meaningful cuts to their time to schedule. Related to schedule, the next feature I want to talk about is mobile approvals. So if we go to the next slide here, we've already had the ability to approve certain shift approvals like shift swaps and shift requests on mobile. What we've added recently is the ability for you to approve or decline availability of requests, but also time off requests, most crucially. So rather than at the start of your scheduling process having to go through a lengthy list of all the different vacation and sick time requests you may have gotten recently, you're able to respond to those instantly on your mobile device without having to leave the back of house or access a desktop computer. The next item I want to talk about was leave management transfer balances. So for our customers who use leave management to track all of their vacation, sick pay, time and lieu balances, what we've added here is the ability for Push to automatically detect when an employee transfers from one of your locations to another. We're automatically detecting if they already have existing leave management balances at their previous location, which is going to ensure that they have the same balances from one location to another. They don't lose that hard-earned time off, and they also stay compliant from one to the other. You also have the ability to edit this when you're activating an employee. So as part of hiring a transferred employee, you're going to be prompted to transfer these balances, but you don't have to act on it then in case maybe you have like your payroll staff handle leave management balances. We've added a new submenu for transferring balances that lets you act on this when you're willing and able to. And the last item I wanted to highlight, we're just winding down at the end of summer here. We know a lot of our users have seasonal hiring and staffing needs, is bulk employee deactivation. So current customers might know that previously, if you wanted to deactivate multiple employees, you had to go through the offboarding process individually. Now what we've added is the ability to select multiple or all or however many employees you want and deactivate them. And either you can, for our Canadian customers, you can generate ROEs or skip that step for later. So really just cutting the time down significantly for when you have to make staffing changes. And that's all for me.
Great. Thank you so much, Jordan and Danny. Appreciate it. And that wraps up our live event. Thank you so much for learning about the amazing features we have at Push. I think we're more than ready to start answering questions, so let's get into it. Our first one is, if we only have one store, how does the BI Insights apply? Can we still use the same tools?
Absolutely, yes. All those features you shown completely available for even one store.
Awesome. Sounds good. Second question is, would team administrators with access to multiple locations be able to run reports or dashboards for the locations they have access to?
That is a feature enhancement we are working on. Currently, it is all the super administrators for organization, but we've gotten lots of feedback to quickly to follow up with adding more fine-tuned permissions for each team admins. So right now, some of our customers, how they're managing it is really they'll schedule exports, schedule dashboards that get sent out to certain recipients to manage that. So you can filter on those for those certain stores that those team admins just have access to, and achieve the outcome you want. But yeah, that's a enhancement we are working on following up this release.
Awesome. Sounds good. Another question is, what are some of the pre-built dashboards that we get access to when we first get started with BI Insights?
Great question. Yeah, it's all the ones I've shown in the beginning. So there are certainly around all the different personas that in your restaurant. So we got things around the employee information, the payroll is available, as well as sales versus labor, the operations weekly we showed. Those are all available, and those, as I mentioned earlier, they're starting points. So maybe we didn't demonstrate it here in a further demo. We can show that, but you can clone those as a starting point, and then now you can modify and customize it further to your liking. Maybe it's adding another column. Maybe it's changing the table view into a visualization graphical view if you want to buy a bar chart, a column chart. So it's all available for you. And separately, as we highlighted, you can create your own. but we definitely curated a bunch that's available to everyone if they sign up. And it's based on our industry experts. So we're very grateful for their input and insights for that.
And just to add to that, Danny, I think another item to highlight is the hiring dashboard as well. So that's one of the most requested types of reports we've always heard about is people want more insights into their hiring sources or their success rate with their job postings. That's something we've never had reporting for in Push, and now you have a really rich starting point. But as Danny mentioned, you can customize that to your heart's content.
Great. This is another great question that just came in. But the later labor data that's coming into the reports, does that include unapproved hours as well?
It depends on your store setup, but I believe currently it's all the approved clock punches. But I know we have settings to, in certain instances, some of the reports will include the unapproved as well as approved. So I think you have to check into the settings individually.
Great. And we'll just wrap it up with one last question here. What specific KPI alerts can I set in the BI Insights tool?
Yeah, great question. It's really anything that's available as a data source inside Push. So if you created as I demonstrated, it could be sales, it could be forecasted, actual labor, forecasted labor, um, dates. So anything that's available in the platform as a data source, and we can send it out post meeting of all the information and stuff we're consuming. Those can all be set up as alert. So back to Jordan's point, the hiring ATS dashboard is something we don't have currently serviced through the BI insights. You can tap into any of those. Maybe when a certain amount of people sitting in the applicant status for a certain store, there's too many that's been not reviewed. That can be an alert that sends to the hiring manager to make sure we respond to candidates in expedient time, right? So really, I'm very excited for BI Insights because you can truly customize and do anything based on the data that's available to you.
Right. Sounds good. And I think that's all for today. That concludes our time with you all. So thank you so much for attending. We hope you're just as excited about BI as much as we are. A recording of this live event will be sent to your inboxes along with more info on how to get started with the BI Insights. Again, Push is here to make your lives easier so you can spend less time in the office and more time doing what you love, whether it's in the kitchen or in the dining room with your guests. And if you'd like to learn more about BI Insights and how you can get started, feel free to take a look on our website at pushoperations.com. Until next time, take care. Thank you so much for coming.